Hey people, Indrid here, 3v3, Greysuck Undercity blue team. Asmondeus as a Warlock, a melee spellcaster that leaps into combat with some powerful disruption and support alongside. Mostafa as a Hive Tyrant, a durable hero, walking through objects cannot be suppressed with powerful offense, disruption and support, begins in melee with a basic synapse. I shall call you Hernandez. Already breaking stuff on my map, are you? Rounding off the team, a veteran here, Dark Riku as an Apothecary, support hero fighting in melee combat by default, begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura. Both Dark Riku and Asmondeus part of the really old guard from the old retail days. I'm sure some of these other players were involved back then too. We have red team, uphighdow3 as a Mekboy, teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat as a bunch of orky gadgets. Alongside, Piluco as a Lord General fighting in ranged combat, begins with a retinue of stormtroopers, really strong defense and support, can also add to the retinue. Run Derek, run Nigel. Backing all the way off here. Some CSM helping out. Sentinel turns to get some DPS in. Guardsman still in play. Hernandez getting kind of low. Hormagaunt's retreat. Hernandez, the Hive Tyrant, retreats. Well played Piluco backing off there. Now Dark Riku's going to be alone. Rounding off the red team is kesuga7 as a Chaos Lord, a durable and destructive hero, walking through objects cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption. Fighting in melee looks like the World Eater's elite scheme. Chaos Lord is idle, hanging out here. Dark Riku going double tax. Sentinel busy breaking stuff. Looks like the Apothecary staying in ranged stance to get some DPS on that Sentinel there. Some buildable cover going up. Not easy to outshoot Tactical Marines from heavy cover with Apothecary support. Note that this tiny little gate fence thing is heavy cover for that Apothecary for some reason. Up in the northeast, what's going on with some Howling Banshees into Shuriken for Asmondeus. Warlock barely gets away. Looks like maybe he chased the Mekboy into the garrison there. And it didn't work out. Is Immolator Blade up? Nope. Catachan Devil's on the way for Piluco. Double CSM for Kesuga. Here's Sluggers with burners. Banshees could have a bad time here. Bunch of Daka as well. Yeah, smart to retreat out early there, I think. They still dropped a model. Look at that. So red team will take contested VP, at least for now. Mid-map authorities is quite red as well at the moment. At least contested points all red. Didn't know this though. And Termagant Brood are decapping it into Raveners for Mostafa. Most likely double Raveners, you would think. Here's those double tacks. Need to be careful blobbing them up like that because of the stomp. Oh, the stomp isn't in yet. Also susceptible to Catachan Devil's grenade launcher business. Hormagaunt Brood going for power, I think, across the bottom edge of the map. Double CSM with Eternal War for Kesuga. They can shred those scouts pretty quickly if they turn on them. These guys are not moving. Mistake from kesuga7. There we go. You look how much damage that single squad of Eternal War CSM did for those scouts. And that's what can happen. Entire army of Dark Riku gets disrupted there. Ground pound is coming in too. Catachans close in. Shotgun blast goes up. Lord General now has the medic retinue member. There's the heal on the Catachans, and there is a stomp. Attacks just staying in play. Apothecary had to retreat though. Now some DPS from the Raveners coming in. Hive Tyrant Hernandez has gone into the back lines of the Chaos Fellows, which wasn't a great idea. There's some Corn Worship as well. Catachans, you okay? Looks like they're okay. How did the Hormagaunts get on? Oh, they're still down there. Bashed a gen, and now bashed a node, and now decapping stuff. kesuga7 has to turn around and try and take him out. What's going on northeast, eh? Asmondeus is back here. Howling Banshees with the aspect of strength, and Immolator Blade is in. Mekboy can teleport in, of course, and tie up the guarding weapon team. Can't do it to both, and they've got some Storm Boys in response. Looks like they've already had a fight. Crippling Poison Toxin Sacks is indeed up for the Termagant Brood. Can use that to frustrate the Chaos Lord. Is triple CSM for Kesuga. Really? That may be a mistake. We'll see if it gets corrected. Guardsmen do have their Sergeant. Nothing else coming in for Piluco. Oh, they've spent on Lord General Wargear. Grenade launchers in. And we have Flak Jacket. Northeast has turned blue thanks to Asmondeus. Looking for an opening is uphighdow3. Oh, battery pack is in to support those Storm Boys or the Sluggers. Whoever takes damage first, I suppose. So what's the plan here? Mekboy teleports on the first one and then Storm Boys jump on the back one. They may be looking for a more elegant solution around the flanks. Don't typically get elegant solutions from Orks, but maybe uphighdow3 is different. So here is the incoming. Immune to knockback, and you have the 30% damage resistance. Grenade launchers give you a speed bonus. What is Hernandez up to? Just dancing around in front of a bunch of firepower, goes away, runs. Mek is sending his forces around the flank here, or trying to. Howling Banshee's there to head them off maybe, with a war shout. There's the Immolator Blade. Asmondeus puts it on his own units. Storm Boys jump over it, gets in on the Shuriken, and they are tearing it up. Banshee's having to retreat. That was a good approach in the end for up high. I don't think that Immolate placement was great. Should have just thrown it on the Shooter Boys, I reckon. And tried to get a good leap on the melee stuff. Apothecary of Dark Riku with improved medical equipment in tier 2 and a Razorback on the way. kesuga7 did indeed get the triple CSM now into tier 2. Nothing else up for Piluco in tier 1. 458 to 329. CSM trying to bash this node. And are you going to get revived? Maybe. Not right now though. Mekboy finishes the cap. I mean, you've got big shooters on these flares. They didn't try to press the power though. Oh, here comes Mostafa's Hive Tyrant. Has improved Synapse and Psychic Scream. Gonna try and get the revive and support these Eldar units for a bit. So Mostafa is split, eh? Well, these guys are still at base. They should be moving. I think they're moving now. It looks like they're going mid, so Mostafa's going to play split for a second. Tax grabbing back their natural VP. I don't think this power was touched, though. Nope. Hormagaunts are going to go for that move again. Looks like they are. They're ready to pounce. Howling Banshees are war shouting. But they got messed up there. In fact, they wiped out. Howling Banshees wiped. The decent grenade, though, for the Guardians that went in. Double Shurikens doing some decent work. Warlock did get revived. And that was a Psychic Scream. Oh, Ortok dropping in as that sound. Sub-commander for Eldar. Fantastic mobility, has some good support, and can get some nasty war gear. Looks like it's the Executioner Spear on the way. It's a power melee weapon. Hormagaunts are doing the power bash. They don't have the adrenal glands, so they're going to bash kind of slowly, going straight for the node this time. This Razorback is a support vehicle, so you can reinforce off it and jump inside of it. Scouts with shotguns and sergeants. Tried to get onto the power. Did Hernandez. Gets a good Psychic Scream and a good special attack, and there's double Ravener Broods burrow striking in. Gonna eat a lot of Daka. They don't really want to fight the melee Orc stuff. Storm Boys jump in. Tyranids are okay. Oh, maybe. I think so. Ravener Brood dropping 2 models near the end there. Asmondeus ready to welcome the Orcs with some Shuriken fire. Repositioning the cannons there. Ortok on the front line. Where's the Warlock? Oh, he's still healing. Still healing up. Southwest, Riku taking back the contested power and contested wreck point. May have a go. Oh, these guys have a plasma gun. I was going to say maybe they're having a go at the power here, but that's not a flamer. And they probably don't want to cap when there's some fellas in cover ready to shoot them. Stomp comes in. Apothecary got a bit too close there, and here is a Chaos Dreadnought for kesuga7. Where's the Chaos Lord down? Right in the middle, in the southwest corner. Ortok jumping in. And then jumps after the Mekboy, who teleports away. Needs to be careful when she gets mobbed by sluggers, though. Storm Boys jumping in and now have their Nob Leader, who stuns on landing. Asmondeus replaces the Howling Banshees, eh? It's a ballsy move. 383 to 287. I thought the plan was going to be to get a Wraith Lord up here if he could, but Didn't fancy that expenditure, I suppose. Gonna try and make it work with Howling Banshees again. Need to pick their fights a bit better. Maybe just avoid the melee blob altogether and try to get in and punish the shooter boys. 383, 287, 1-to-1 cap. The Dreadnought's taking a bunch of damage here. Venom Brooder in town. Double plasma attacks in town. Mark of Pawn CSM are not gonna like that. What about the other fellas? The other fellas don't have marks yet. Some sneaky stormtroopers for Piluco. Anti-armor kits. Catachans were wiped at some point, completely missed that. Ogren's squad is up though, with Ripper guns that crush anything in melee. Have decent piercing range damage too, those things. Oh wow, shooter boys got wiped. In around on the Mekboy, who's got his big shooter in play, Daka Daka Daka. 359 to 287, now a 2-to-1 for red. But up high just had a bad engagement. Lost both shooter boys. Storm boys are still a big threat, of course, they could do that. Basically forcing retreat from the Shuriken, and they wipe it out and level to 3, these fellas now. Good grenade. Kills 1. Immolate to Blade doing immolate things in retreat path. Trying to finish off the Storm boys, but I think they're alright. Is it worth getting a Death Thread now, or is up high just going to go tier 3? Looks like they're saving for tier 3. Speaking of tier 3, Dark Riku's just gone there. Bad fight for the CSM. Double plasma attacks, both popping their Kraken bolts. Heavy covers helping them out, of course. Worth Riku getting around the heavy cover, surely, and cutting it out. Looks like the Apothecary is going to do that. And they're going to wipe if kesuga7's not careful, unless he's just letting them wipe here. Looked like he just let them wipe to free up from some upkeep. I wonder if he never meant to get 3 of them. Havoc's on the way. Dreadnought is being repaired. There's not really any threat to it here without the Venom Brood in play. And they are busy up in the north. Red team doing some power bashing. There's a Psychic Scream. Incoming, affecting all of this stuff. And move is great for Ogryns, of course. Now they're going after Hernandez, who does have the Crushing Claws. Big threat in melee, but you can still surround him and beat him down with a suitably scary melee squad, such as Ogryns. Shuriken. Saved by the Autarch. Nope, not saved by the Autarch. And there's a creeping barrage. Tyranids repositioned to avoid it, but it's a really good play here from Piluco. Has some Plasma Guardsmen. Held up 2 players really well there. Here's an assist from Riku. Is everything inside the Razorback? Nope. Attacks are here. Oh boy. Double Mark of Pawn CSM in their face. And a las cannon to try and shoot the Razorback down. There's tier 3 for Mostafa and for Asmondeus and for uphighdow3. What was that? Oh, Sentinel goes down. What's it doing back here still? Everything else escapes. Maybe Piluco staying in play a bit too long there after the well thought out fighting beforehand. Mekboy, level 3, teleports in. Ready to Daka. Blue team going for a power bash, and it's a very quick power bash with Venom Brood in there. Banshees are decent bashes as well. Here come the Sluggers. Termagant Brood. Oh, they didn't crippling poison them. There's the Psychic Scream note. Immolate thrown in there too. Lots of specials from the Banshees. Battery pack heal just went in. Have a taste. Not sure exactly what they're tasting. Some battery acid or something. 296 to 274 on the BPs. Storm Boys run. I think they're alright. Here comes Piluco now with Ogryns. They can make a big difference here. Go straight for the Hive Tyrant. Soaking up huge amounts of damage too. Now after the Autarch, who just jumps away. Buffing those Raveners and healing them slightly in the process. Ogryns did what they could. Is that another Psychic Scream going in? Seer Council now coming up for Asmondeus. Commando's already in play for up high. There they are. Very versatile melee infantry squad. Bring a bunch of Daka and disruption and fast capping. What is this? That's a double tax. Found a Havoc squad in a strange place. I guess they were chasing... Oh, the Razorback is down. They got the Razorback. Full auto on the Chaos Lord's face. Grenade. Did it hit him? I think so. Lightning Claws coming in for this Chaos Lord. The Dreadnought is ready to rumble though with Mark of Khorne. Makes him very scary melee walker. And the double tax can't do much about it. Doesn't see any sign of missile launchers or anything. Land Raider Redeemer's on the way though. Bloodletters there spawning from that shrine in a very awkward spot. Meanwhile, Warlock's fallen over. Level 4. Up in the northeast. Looks like free squad. Mostafa is going to revive. I'll maybe try to. 264, 274. I'm not sure what that was in the chat there. See a council. Uninterested in the Ogrins. They're trying to fight the guardsmen over there. But they're forced to retreat. So maybe try to keep them in play there, Asmondeus. Because now the Tyranids are isolated and they get jumped and have to run. Malignant Blindness went in, I think. Another Psychic Scream as well, but the Hive Tyrant can't hold all that off and runs away. Now a D cannon up for Asmondeus. Tier 3 for kesuga7. And that Land Raider Redeemer is almost out. Where's it going to go though? Maybe just push along the south of the map to get to that natural VP perhaps. And that means it's very far forward though if you do that. Banshee's getting messed up, but I think they're alright. Another really well-timed and nicely used leap from the Autarch. Go D cannon. Arnifex with a Stranglethorn cannon being tied up in melee, can't fire it. And there's Love the Darker into a Rocks. Beautifully done by Up High. Got some good hits. Oh, Ogren's got knocked away from the Carnifex there. 220 to 274. 2-1 for red team. Mark of Khorne Dreadnought. Looks like it's just going to be used to hold these guys up and then eventually go down. Oh, here's a Land Raider. Big support vehicle for Space Marines, can reinforce, can retreat back to it. Still the pressure here from the red team. Ogrins have been superb so far. There's a Seer Council. Should be really good at fighting the Ogrins, but there's a bunch of other stuff, of course, shooting them. There's Incoming, and there's Psychic Scream. Ogrins still going. Okay, they eventually drop a model. Looks like we have the Vox operator in for Piluco. For some reinforcement drops. Seer Council on retreat path, but they are taking Daka. Tyranids approach again. Can do a quick power bash maybe. No, they want to fight stuff. They want to fight stuff. Oh, they're trying to get this revive, I see. Hive Tyrant levels the 5 off it. Took a bunch of damage doing so though. Warlock needs to be careful. Runs away now. Didn't have the energy to throw the Immolate out. Could have thrown it on those commandos maybe if he had the energy. Banshees, you okay, ladies? Down to 4 models, but they're okay-ish. And a big retreat from the Tyranids. They are approaching in a big blob, which sometimes happens with every faction, but especially Tyranids when they have this ranged army going. Slow and steady from Dark Riku, making his way to the natural VP of the red team. kesuga7 does have a las cannon to try and get shots on the Land Raider, but Riku knows to avoid it. For now, anyway. Huge amount of resources for Riku. Might drop some Terminators in. I expect they will. What's a D cannon up to? D cannon is on the contested VP. Typically the best place for him. Look at these sneaky Mark of Khorne CSM fellows. They do have those Melter pistols that got buffed, right? Probably not worth them standing and shooting the Land Raider though. Worth them splitting up and going after the attacks, but they're going to go power bashing, looks like. Meanwhile, northeast, Ogren's in there again. continue to do a great job for Piluco, and Piluco now has a Baneblade on the way, kesuga7 Land Raider Phobos on the way. Battle Wagon already in there. Big Psychic Scream. All the Orks pile back inside of it. Banshees are yelling. Where are they? Oh, they're here. They're trying to fight the Battle Wagon. They had Distortion Field on them too, but had to flee. Ogryns fighting a Hive Tyrant who is kicking their ass, but there was a bunch of stuff shooting Hernandez there. Almost got level 6 though. Uh-oh. Tank Busters. Trying to finish off the Carnifex. Tyrant formation trying to stop the chase. Can the Battle Wagon get one more shot? I guess not. I guess not. The Seer Council do indeed get their empowered Singing Spears on the way to get some heavy melee for this Battle Wagon. Ogryns, you okay, fellas? You're alright. He's alright. Mekboy is level 5. Yeah, they can't give chase. They can't give chase. Another Carnifex coming in for Mostafa. Asmondeus down to 2 units. It's both these melee squads here. That's a Librarian for Dark Riku, getting ready for the Terminators first, maybe. Baneblade is up. Super heavy tank for the Imperial Guard, bristling with guns. A bit more generalized than the other super heavy tank options you have. Pretty good versus everything. Oh, there's the Terminators coming in. He still has some population, so maybe get some scouts or something if they need them. I mean, they already have some. And there's your Land Raider Phobos then. Cyclone. Oh, hits terrain. It hits terrain. Here's an assist now from Mostafa. Kesuga should back off here. Once they spot those Tyranids, they should back off. These guys just going for power this time, are they? Yep. There's some Corn Worship. And there's those Chaos Space Marines looking for blood. Didn't the Chaos Lord have the Lightning Claws queued up at one point? I'm pretty sure they did. I guess that was cancelled. But yeah, he's backing off now. Can see a Venom Cannon Carnifex. And there's a triple against Kesuga because Asmondeus has shown up. We have Bullgryns now in play for Piluco. And they crack some heads immediately. The Banshees are okay though. Rocket Run goes in from Piluco. Second run didn't do much. And Orks show up to mob the Carnifex, who spews out some Spore Mines. And some Bioplasma stuff from the other one. So they're going to get down that Carnifex though. Just brute forced it down. Lord General now has the Commissar retinue fella. That's what that big shield you can see is. Librarian with the staff. Wants to fight the Stormboy. Stormboy's getting very low actually. I think he made it out. All the super heavy vehicles in play here. Awesome to see. The Phobos did survive. Bullgryns haven't dropped a model yet somehow. There's a heal from the medic. Gate of Infinity gets the Terminators out, and Riku has backed the hell off. Big old fight there. I think that was a win for the red team because they got the Carnifex down. They didn't lose anything big. Fire Prism now up for Asmondeus. And another D-Cannon coming in. Not sure what happened to the first one, but it probably got Stormboyed or something. Triple cap now for blue. Red team needs to get on those VPs and stuff quickly. Mark of Corn CSM. Well, these guys haven't leveled yet. Haven't found it easy to get in and do damage, I think, with those double plasma attacks shooting them. Some Corn worship. One fella very enthusiastically worshipping Corn there. The Phobos is a demon, so you can worship that thing for big benefits. Meanwhile, northeast, Piluco's here with some Mekboy support to try and grab these points back. Banshees are going to have a go. Oh, Vox Operator calls in reinforcements. Bullgryns now back up to full strength with Use Your Shield on. Do you level up, guys? The Seer Council? Yeah, level 2. Battle Wagon shows up as well. Are you going to cap, though? What's going on here? Okay, the guardsmen are capping. See, Council took a big shot from the Battle Wagon there. Bullgrin's going in. They can suppress them with Use Your Shield. That was incoming up as well. Meanwhile, what is this? It's super heavy vehicles pushing really far forward. We'll see how they do, eh? Venom Cannon Carnifex, is that? Yes. A Fire Prism. Are the Venom Brood still alive? They are. Where are they? They are... Oh, we're going for the natural VP of the red team. There's a 2-1 for red, but they're down to 36 VPs. Lightning Claws are indeed in. Hernandez leads the line. Chaos Lord goes after him. Gets stunned. What did he get stunned by? Oh, full auto. Chaos Lord is down. Lascannon's getting some decent shots. They couldn't actually get on the VP though. And looks like Bloodlust is active from the Chaos Lord. Helping the Lascannon build up some damage, but he goes down, the Lascannon. Bloodlust gives you more damage for your army for every attack they land. Get more of a bonus on melee attacks. kesuga7 now down to just double CSM though. And the Warlock's had enough of this. Witchblade of Kernus is in. Providence and Warp Throw. The classic angry space elf build, as I call it. Baneblade, you okay, bud? Lascannon in there for Dark Riku. Looks like he dropped the scouts along the way. Is that a repair bunker? No. Don't think it's any kind of bunker at the moment. Baneblade goes down. There's a big risk pushing them up like this. Maybe keeping them mid-map would have been better to fall back on. But it was desperation. They wanted some VPs. Level 3 commandos here now. Still a 2-1 for red. Bullgrin's moving in. Still level 1, but they reset their levels when they become Bullgrins. Commandos do have their rocket launcher. Big hit there on the Fire Prism. 78 to 36. Can the blue team get a VP back? There's a Warp Throw. Bullgrins don't get weapon knockback anymore though, I don't think. So they were not bothered by it. Piluco does have a Lehman Russ. Oh, down here. With Vanquisher getting some good hits on the Land Raider Redeemer. And he just couldn't keep the pressure up. But it was good pressure. It bought them some time. But can they now defend? Let's go, says Asmondeus. So let's go top. What's back here? Storm Boys. Not sure what these fellas are up to. Up to no good, I imagine. Just maybe generally looking for a flank. We have 2 Venom Cannon Carnifexes. And a looted tank now for up high. Battle Wagon is showing rear armor to this side, which isn't a great idea. Getting repaired, but may want to turn around a bit. 2 D cannons up here now. See a council coming in too. Look at the damage to the Battle Wagon. Big zap gun shot. Boom. Took so much damage setting that up though. And goes down. A little bit sloppy there from up high. Should have got that thing moving sooner. Something is on blue team's natural. I'm not sure if it's going to be able to cap it though. Oh, is it the Chaos Terminators? It is. Able to get a decap. 26 to 36. Oh, these guys have claws. Orbital bombardment thrown in by Dark Riku. And it does stop the cap. Big damage to these Chaos Terminators here. Lost a model in that. Lose another. That guy teleports out. And maybe makes it. Tax giving chase, and they're not going to give chase. Blue team have the northeast now. GG, says Mostafa. Have they broken them? Looks like they have. A double cap is in. Red team will get their natural back maybe for a 2-1, but I think the blue team have done enough. Big surge there in tier 3. Dark Riku was so solid at the bottom of the map, which really helped them because they didn't lose this VP for long at any point, I don't think. What do we have here? Level 8 Warlock. Level 6 Hive Tyrant. Hernandez did some good work. Dark Riku's Apothecary level 7 and did have Armor of Purity at the end. Level 5 Mekboy. We had a level 7 Lord General. Some great plays from Piluco. And a level 2 Chaos Lord with those Lightning Claws. Well, there you have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. It's bloody close. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.